Turned his fan base. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. From the 6. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So that a nightmarish start to a football game as they give the ball away on the opening kickoff.
And they put their defense in a bind right away. They have to go into protect mode.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And it's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
On second down, it's Carter. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
Straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
First down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And it's a Titans touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Touchdown pass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Panthers under head coach Matt Rule. As we take a peek at Sam Darnold, the former USC Trojan and 3rd pick in the 2018 draft.
And the thing with Sam Darnold is we know the skill set is there. May not be the most mobile or strongest arm quarterback in the league, but usually plays with really good poise and at his best, like a point guard in basketball, able to move around and distribute the rock.
And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
He's brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
Here we go, D.
shotgun snap for Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Darnold. And this one caught by Max Williams.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On first down, Darnold. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. A good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 9. A first carry for the Canadian-born Chuba Hubbard. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big body guys in the middle of this ditty, has got to be priority 1.
Looking underneath and finding Hubbard. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards, all they can muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. From the right hash, this from 48. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go. We've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they were the first or second seed come playoff time.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Carter. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here's 2nd and 8. So we get a traffic there, and that's complete. On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Kyle Duggar up to make the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, They go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
He'll get that one to Carter, complete. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Check, 47.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now, it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. A give running right, it's Hubbard. And this is going to be a Panthers 1st down as he's got this up to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
A fake to McCaffrey. Now Darnold. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the 2nd quarter. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. The kick by Bass is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Sam Darnold and the Carolina offense set to take over here. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done. One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover. Big thanks to the defense.
On second down, McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. Back to throw, Darnold. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here comes Carter. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They played the Browns last week, got the victory in that game, and so far so good as they've got the lead here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground, Carter. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Out of the gun now on third down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. Stops short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1. Again, McCaffrey. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now Darnold on 3rd and goal. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. DJ Moore. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Now for the point after. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And they'll have 50 seconds to work with, so that really plenty of time to try to put something together. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. And second and 10. He'll look to throw again. He'll dump this off to Carter, complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back to throw again. And he's got his big tight end here. A gain of 6 there on first. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
A 62-yard attempt.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. The long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 24. And he will be dragged down on what will be the final play of this first half. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll start with an AFC East battle down in South Florida. Buffalo at Miami. And they are just about ready to head to halftime with the Dolphins on top. Tyreek Hill, a touchdown reception. Next, we'll take the trip north to the Steel City to check on the Steelers at home in Pittsburgh. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. The Colts locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. it was Sam Darnold who was on target in the first half. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godwin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. A first down throw, Darnold. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Another try after the first down sack. Darnold, and he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. On the return, Carter. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's a give to Carter. Gave a glimpse of his power, but not a whole lot of space. Down at the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Push him back. 54.
Looking to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 14.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A handoff for Carter. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. to the touchdown pass to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Darnold from the gun. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 40.
Now a give right side McCaffrey. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
He's across midfield for the 49.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's McCaffrey. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
It's Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Hubbard. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit. And, wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the...
And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you're probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Trying to get to the outside. This is McCaffrey. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Third and long, it's Darnold. Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And the Panthers first down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Here's 2nd and 10.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. There we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37.
Now Darnold. He's got Anderson on the slant. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. This is Miller, complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Darnold.
At the 32-yard line.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for now. 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Now Carter to start the drive. And he powers his way up past the 30. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. Back to throw now on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
47 to Mike.
Back to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Derek Brown able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Check. Watch 54.
They'll set up a throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll take this from one 47-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on second down. Darnold hauled in by Anderson, left side. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying.
And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off near the 29, the 30, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Carolina getting set to take the field. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Darnold. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold, they'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off around the 41. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
54 Mike. I got one. Check 9.
They'll run on 1st down. Carter, and past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
I feel you, dog. I feel you.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
We got 4.
On 2nd down, a run with Carter. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Carter. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Out of the gun, they run with Carter. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
I'm going to come back to you.
They'll run with Carter. And now Carter going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down.
No gain on the play.
47 is the mic. 47 is the mic.
He'll look to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And it's a fumble. Picked off by J.C. Horn.
Good job. Good job. Don't throw this way.
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4.
The Titans go victory formation down to a knee. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points in the game?
No, I